Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do this. AT Gator. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Check. Ready.
First carry for James Conner. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Come on, set, 50, play.
Second and 5. Washington's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when a knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Touchdown, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on first down. It's Fisher, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Fisher. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Jackson rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job. On first down, Carson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Dancing to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Conner. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll look to throw here. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as it... They'll start at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter. So how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass. Okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
50, plant. 53, Mike, 53.
Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On first and 10. It's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Quit talking about it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Forced out to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, let's do it.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And McDonald here over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hudson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 13. Complete to Washington. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Looking to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep it on the ground. Fisher. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 3, check 3.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.